Something that can really help when it comes to looking at fear and reframing your thoughts around it is fear actually is pointing to your soul's next evolution. Like you would not have this fear if there wasn't something powerful in it for you. I don't look at something that I have no desire to do and feel fear towards it. I just look at it and kind of move on, right? But if I look at something and it has this feeling of excitement but fear towards it, I know that that's something that is interesting to me, at least. Like there's something there for me. And so I now feel like fear is this thing to really pay attention to because it's an invitation to an evolution, to a bigger path, to growth, to figuring out why you feel the way you do about certain things. I think sometimes we are gifted this desire to start a business, to launch a podcast, to write a book, to become a mother. And the thing is, it's not so much about that thing that we want to go do, but it's about who we're going to become on that journey. So it's one thing to just decide to start a podcast, but if you have fear around it, you may have fear around how am I going to learn how to do something new? How am I going to show up publicly? How am I going to have different opinions potentially from my family? How am I going to share my soul with the world every single week? That is all a lot more interesting than the actual act itself of starting the podcast, because all of those are ways that you are going to grow and become someone else through this process and through this fear. So now I kind of think life maybe does this on purpose, where it gives us this big, beautiful dream because it knows there's something in there for our soul to learn. There's someone we're going to have to become, and there's things we're going to have to move through in order to get to that dream. So when you think of it like this, it becomes quite beautiful in the sense that if you have something you're really scared to do, there's probably a gift in there for you. That's probably part of your soul's path in some way, because you're going to really see more clearly than you ever have before all of your triggers, all of the beliefs and past conditioning that have led you to feel the way you feel about this. You're going to look at what you've been taught by your family, by your education system, by culture about this thing, and you're going to be able to choose different beliefs. You're going to be able to step into a more confident version of yourself. You're going to be able to find more of your truth. So this is such a process of evolution. And if you think of it like that, you can really thank fear for that. It's pointing you to where you're meant to go. And when you get there and along that path is where you're going to reach this new version of yourself over and over again, and continue to meet different versions of yourself as you become someone who can do that thing, who can hold the success, who can transfer, the $1 million into an investment, who can make $1 million, who can hold a big family life, whatever your dream is, it's just going to require an evolution. So if you think of it like that, you can look at it as a gift and kind of almost a direction sign as to where to go to become the next level version of you.